It is my distinct pleasure to announce the recipients of World Trade Center St. Louis's Global Awards. Now, our first award this afternoon is the 2013 Global Ambassador Award. As with last year, the World Trade Center has dedicated a tree in the name of the award winner on Government Hill near the World's Fair Pavilion in Forest Park. Now, the trees represent the efforts made by each recipient to grow St. Louis's image as a global center. Are you going to help me give these away? All right, come on up. This year, the Global Ambassador Award is presented to co-recipients, Mr. Denny Coleman, CEO of the St. Louis Economic Development Partnership, and Mr. Zsolt Rumy, Chairman, CEO, and President of Zoltech Companies. Now, in 1993, Mr. Coleman, then President and CEO of the St. Louis County Economic Council, and Mr. Rumy, Chair of the Economic Council Board of Directors, founded the World Trade Center St. Louis as the regional organization for international economic development. Now, their vision couldn't have been better timed. Following the collapse of the Berlin Wall and the opening of many Central and Eastern European markets, that second wave of globalization beginning in the early 1990s really ushered in economic opportunity through the increased international flows of goods, capital, and people. Companies and communities found themselves mandatory participants in this new global marketplace, and Mr. Coleman and Mr. Rumy understood that while all cities were affected by globalization, not all were really seizing its benefits and opportunities. So to do this, St. Louis had to build a brand outside of the United States, encourage the support of new trade activity and investment, and generate a new and diverse array of job opportunities tied to global rather than just national economies. By launching World Trade Center St. Louis, the region responded with a clear vision and a strategy for global engagement and economic growth. For your combined commitment and dedication to international trade and your efforts in ensuring the St. Louis region has a global reach, we are proud to honor Denny Coleman and Zsolt Rumy as World Trade Center's Global Ambassadors for 2013.
So my name is Andy Whipple. I'm not Zsolt Rumy. Don't know if I had to point that out. But on behalf of Zsolt Rumy, I'm accepting this award. Unfortunately, having me accept this award versus Zsolt means I won't have half as colorful stories in my speech, but I'll give it my best shot. So Zsolt regrets not being here today, but as we announced this morning, Zoltech has agreed to be acquired by Toray Industries out of Japan. And Zsolt had to travel to Japan in order to consummate the deal. As Zsolt noted in our press release this morning, and I quote, "This transaction represents a great result for our shareholders, customers, and employees. Toray provides unique opportunities to drive the continued growth of our commercial carbon fiber business well into the future." I think this announcement also represents a great tribute to the mission statement of the World Trade Center, which is to develop a comprehensive international agenda for this region. Zsolt has lived this mission by working with companies and governmental bodies both here in Missouri and in the United States and throughout the rest of the world, including extensive work in Hungary and in Mexico, where Zoltech's two largest operations are located. Zsolt had a vision back in 1993 for both this organization and his own. He wanted to commercialize carbon fiber worldwide and knew he needed a base of support here in the St. Louis region to get that done. Examples of specific support include the newest operations out in St. Peters, Missouri, which produces our newest products, which can contribute to the lightweighting of wind turbine blades, which also allows for the great efficiencies in the generation of alternative energy. Governor Jay Nixon was able to be at our opening ceremony for that facility and has been a great supporter of our company and its expansion needs. I think the mission of the World Trade Center, as contemplated 20 years ago, was right on point, and Zsolt and Zoltech are living examples of the benefits that this relationship can produce. So at this point, I think I'm supposed to tell you the story about how Zsolt was able to purchase a bankrupt plant in Hungary and convince skeptical investors to follow his vision for the commercialization of carbon fiber worldwide. But I'm afraid I'm out of time. Thank you.
Well, thank you so very much, Dennis and Tim. This is and to the entire board of directors of the World Trade Center, it's a wonderful honor. But Tim, I have to ask, I mean, I really appreciate the tree planting, but did you have to pick a bald cypress for me? I mean, really. But seriously, it is an honor, and it's a great honor to receive this award with Zsolt Rumy. Andy, colorful, to be put it mildly. If you all want the real story, the acquisition of the franchise, I'll be in the bar afterwards, and for the price of one small bourbon, I'll tell you the real story. But it was an interesting experience. It's one thing to create a vision. It's another thing to plan it out and execute that vision. And one of the first things that Zsolt wanted us to do was to look and research around the country as to what was working. There were other World Trade Centers. And it became clear that in some regions of the country, Denver, Boston, Twin Cities, and others that I visited, the regions that decided to make a big real estate play out of this wound up with big empty buildings. The regions that really wanted to provide services, particularly to the small and medium-sized business community, to enhance their opportunities for success in international business. And the ones that partnered with their international companies were the ones that were successful. And that's the vision that we embarked upon. But like I said, vision only goes so far. It has to be executed. And Tim, to you and to Dennis, the great staff and board of directors of the World Trade Center, through the support of the mayor and the county executive, that has been done beautifully. It has resulted in terrific economic development benefit for the entire St. Louis metropolitan area. So thank you. I'm very honored by this award, but keep up the great work. You are part of a key ingredient of the future of the St. Louis economy. Thank you, and God bless you all.
And thank you once again to Denny Coleman and to Zsolt Rumy, and of course the part of Zsolt Rumy being played today by Andy Whipple.